Alright, here's my second inspection. This one doesn't go nearly as well as my first one, and you'll see what I mean. Here I am smoking the entrance. I actually got my smoker to light and continued producing smoke the entire time. I didn't really think about the placement of the smoker and put it right in front of me, so I will have some smoke going over the top of me, or going over the front of my face, but anyway.
Been a couple weeks since I've seen what you've been doing.
I actually got stung this week for the first time. I went to change the jar and I had a bee on it and grabbed her and she let me know. So I feel bad about her dying, but I did get stung, so I am a little hesitant picking up the jar. Accidentally stepped on the corner of that. Grabbing my hive tool so I can use it. I'm just looking at the bees on the underside. I don't want to crush them, so I lay it upside down. Just a quick check to see if the queen is on there. I didn't think she would be, but got a couple bees on that frame. Actually working it.
A little bit. I'm gonna have to get this, guys. I'm sorry.
Taking the pollen patty off and just laying it to the side for a moment. They hadn't really eaten much of that one. Again, there's maybe one or two bees on that frame working on the wax. The wind was kind of taking the smoke away from the top of the hive there. It didn't really push any of the bees down. A few more bees on that frame, but not much wax work on those frames yet. Oh, I feel a opening in my glove, so I'm trying to cover it with my sleeve. The first frame we come to with any type of wax work on it, I can't tell if they're trying to build a queen cell there or if it's just going to be a pillar. Either way, I'm going to have to watch it. I'm trying not to crush any bees with my hive tool while I wedge that out. I'm trying to smoke them down, but again, the wind is taking too much of the smoke away from the top of the hive to really do much for that.
Oh, that's looking pretty good now.
A bunch of pillars, but they're all connected at the top, so I'm hoping that they're going to fill in the rest of that and not just leave them as pillars.
Lots of pollen in here.
I'm really looking for the queen here, hoping she was on that frame, but she wasn't. There were some eggs on the frame, though, if I remember correctly. I did this yesterday. Today is Monday, June 2nd.
Well, there are eggs here, so she's been. There's some capped honey there. And capped brood. No, looks like it's just Hey,
Really looking for the
It
queen.
should be on this frame somewhere. Where are you? So again, as long as I see eggs, I don't need to see the queen.
Finally, I decide she's not there and put it back. But this is where it starts to go wrong. I'm probably over smoking the bees, but again, the smoke isn't really getting down to them. There's some wonky comb that is also bracing it to the other frame, and you can see me trying to work out how I'm going to do this without splitting any honey or brood. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that.
Spitting some honey, it looks like. This was that wonky comb one, wasn't it? Yeah. Sorry, girls, I'm gonna have to split your honey.
There I go to take it off, but it's still stuck. I'm trying to work out if I can do this without using my hive tool, but I eventually decide I'm gonna have to just cut it in half with my hive tool. And there I go. This is really the start of my problems. I know exactly what I did wrong, but it still sucks whenever it happens. You'll see when it happens.
Whoa, lots of honey on this one. Again, I did have some brood on there too.
This frame is still pretty good. It's got a lot of bees and brood and honey and pollen on it, so it's all well stocked, and the brood is laid pretty well.
I'd probably just
I just wish they hadn't built the wonky comb. It's also fairly heavy too with all that comb on there though.
feel bad for having to do that.
But here comes the real problem. This frame is very heavy on the other side that is facing the camera. The side I'm looking at isn't so bad, but the side facing the camera is. Or actually, no, I'm sorry, it's the side I'm looking at that's bad. And here comes.
You guys still got quite a bit of brood, it looks
The problem.
like. Whoa, whoa. Oh no, oh no! Oh no. Come on.
I try to smoke some of the bees off of that piece of comb that
I'm
just
trying to
fell.
help you.
I'm trying to pick it up, but it's still a little
I'll
soft.
come back for that in a little while.
And now the bees are very angry. You can see them
I know.
not swarming, but
You
flying
guys are
around.
very angry now because of that. I know.
I'm looking at how much damage was done.
I hope the queen wasn't on that. Nope, there she is. I see my queen. There's the blue dot. Yep. Good. Okay. I'll close up the hive soon, girls. Don't worry.
Luckily, I just found my queen, so
progress you've
I
made
can
on all
get
the
this
other
inspection
ones.
done pretty quick after that.
Yeah.
The next 2 frames don't
Yeah,
really
I
have
still
any
have some
wax
time
on them
before I
anyway,
have to
just like the first
add in
3,
my
so
second part. It's been so cold.
moving them all back into place. I'm probably gonna have to remove the one that the comb fell off of soon.
Yeah, I know. You guys are all going after my head now.
I'm trying to smoke them down just so that way
Everyone go back in the hive.
flying
Come on.
around as much.
It's fine. I know I did wrong.
Had a couple come up
I'm
and
gonna try and make
bonk
it
me in the
better.
head just to let me know. And again, I kind of expected that after what happened. Making sure all the frames are tight together in the middle. And I get my frame spacer just to be sure that they're all spaced out evenly.
That one piece that I dropped.
Oh, notice a gap.
All I needed to know.
And try to use the 9 frame side first, then switch it back around. Trying to find a spot where I'm not going to crush any bees.
You guys have
As you can tell, I kind of got flustered after that
some brood now.
piece of comb fell off like
Eggs
that.
still. I know.
Trying to decide if I should add the comb on top of the frames. I decided instead to add it on top of the feeder board. It's not in the video, but I do put it on top of the feeder board just so that they can clean it up and maybe be able to take care of any brood that wasn't damaged, but I don't have high hopes for that. There, I'm trying to smoke some bees away from the comb that they built on the screen of the feeder board. I'm not very successful. I should have had a torch with me, but then I decided to scrape some of the comb off the top of the frames that was connecting it to the board, or the feeder board, I should say. I'm new to both beekeeping and making videos, so yeah.
Slow you guys down a little bit, it looks like.
Trying to smoke some bees away from the edge. That did work, actually. I just don't want to crush any of them after what I did. Now I'm smoking them away from the screen so I can put the jar of syrup back.
Oh, hi, girls.
And I decided to place that pollen patty just over that central hole that I modified. They haven't really been eating the pollen patty. They've had pollen in the environment, so...
Alright. I'm sorry about
A lot of
all
different
that.
colored pollen, too. I saw yellow,
It
red,
did not go quite
orange,
as well as I planned.
some white pollen.
But at the same time, at least I saw some good things. I know I have a queen. I saw her with her blue dot.
But that's basically it for this video. My brother asks me what's burning because he can smell my smoker going right there. But I cut that audio just so you didn't have to hear it. But this inspection's pretty much done. So anyway, I guess like and subscribe if you feel like it. I know I'm not the best video maker or beekeeper, but hopefully I'll get better as time goes on.
Alright. Oh, I forgot all about that thing. Alright, that's it for today, I guess. At least I saw I had a queen. And I have eggs and brood, so...
And that's this video.